So, in today's video today, we're going to be talking about depression. And the reason why I really want to bring up this topic because I see like a lot of young people, especially a young man, when it comes to in deep sadness and then feeling like they are worth less than. And the reason why I've actually have brought it because where I work at, I see a lot of young men who just come in to work and then just coming doing their 12-hour shift, going home, sleeping, whatever, and then we're gonna do the same thing over and over again. There's a lot of people out there who actually feel like they're not even putting any sort of effort in today's society when it comes to in the workforce and how they've been told that hey, um, what you are doing is the correct way, but men in particular, well, people in general feel this this long going sadness because it's probably their environment, their family, their loved ones, their friends have been telling them, hey, um, you can't amount to anything because of what you were chosen to do while you was young and then didn't listen to me X Y and Z etc etc. But I'm gonna tell you about my personal experience when it comes to depression. I had avoided all the help that it was given to me and what people actually had told me to actually do. Um, I can't really get into really into many details because I'm not trying to bash just one particular person that actually had brought me into depression because like I'm not here to try to even like point fingers on the channel because on this channel I'm here to help out and then try to actually be as as real and authentic as possible towards you guys. So hopefully later on down the road, this video or if any video I'm actually planning on doing, it will help you down in the long run. So with that being said, um, I would go to work for about 12 hours, and then come home, drink a soul, and then like wake up and do the next thing all day, every day. And then what really had gotten me through it is to actually talking to my parents and seeking out therapy and such, and then actually trying to understand what led me into this Great Depression. And then a lot of guys will say, oh, well, no, a shrink isn't really going to help me out. They are trained to do this, and that, say X, Y, and Z. But at the end of the day, I mean, like, it's always good to actually talk to somebody because, like, if you don't talk to no one, you will like slowly like build up all this like this pimped up anger. You feeling guilt and you having like these thoughts that you shouldn't be having. I'm not gonna say the word because I'm not trying to get flagged for this, but all you guys know what exactly what I'm talking about. Self deletion. It will actually bring you to self deletion. And then people will always say like, "Well, I've already had tried everything, Russell. I have seek out this or seek out help." But seeking out therapy, I'm not actually talking about like talking to who someone. It's like probably like pick up a new hobby or like reading a book or try out new things. Now people will also say like you were just trying to cover up the feelings of or trying to replace what you actually are feeling. But most times not that is going to help. I remember I used to seek my therapist. I'm not gonna say his name because that's the business. But what I did, I've actually had spoken to him once a week, whatever. Then I'll come back home and then I'll just pick up a hobby. Like growing up, I used to draw a lot. I love drawing cartoons and comic books and everything, man, for real. And then I went back onto that. Then I started writing stories. Um, a lot of them I have not even touched them in years, but it really had helped me out when it comes to coping when through the event that I've actually had gone through. Um, yeah, I did say that I wanted to be very authentic and then being straightforward, whatever. But basically, my ex girlfriend she had cheated and then ended up having a baby by someone else, and then that really had brought me down to like a great sadness, and then it really made me question about a lot of things. Um, but it's just it was just one of those things that I was told that it was a possibility, but at the same time, I really didn't want that to actually happen because I really wanted a family around that time. And then, by the grace of God, I've actually ended up finding my wife and everything, and then ended up getting two beautiful children, a daughter and a son, 2 year old and a 1 year old. Yeah, that was not planned out in the back to back. I mean, even though they get on my nerves sometimes, they actually bring me a lot of happiness. So I digress. So yeah, going through those 2 years of just trying to figure out who I am, and then trying to figure out what I need to do as a person and what I need to actually understand why I feel this way. It really had brought me to the light. And then what I mean by the light is that I've actually had uh, relearn who God was, and on top of that, and I relearned who I was, and that really had made me a sense to actually live again. Because again, I had a lot of thoughts about doing self deletion, or just drink, or just drinking myself to death until the bottle is actually empty, and it's like doing the abnormal things that I usually don't do, and that's not good at all. And then again, I saw that help, and then I actually ended up talking to my parents about it, and it really did help me out. And then this is where I want to talk to the young adults about this though. Kids in middle school and high school. Like, I know that it sucks, especially when you're trying to fit in to the school system, and then all of the popular kids, the frat boys, and all the et cetera, et cetera. But end of the day, I understand why you are distant from your parents, and I understand why you are like always like just feeling sad, because again, I've been through there. I was one of those people, and it's always great to talk to someone, and it doesn't have to be your parents. I mean, I do prefer talking to your parents because they are the people that actually has your best interest at heart. I mean, talk to a friend, talk to a counselor, a teacher, but you gotta make sure you don't talk to everybody, because not everybody actually deserves to hear what you gotta say or know what you are going through, because sometimes people can actually use that as an advantage and then bash your name, and then like that will actually bring you more sadness, because you will actually feel embarrassed. I mean, I remember I had friends I thought that they were, well, I wouldn't say I had friends, but I had people that I thought they were my friends, and then I told them, you know, why I was, upset, whatever, why I wasn't even talking the way I used to talk. But then they ended up actually telling the whole entire work environment, and then I was just like, well, why would you do that? But then like, they were like, well, I just like you actually need help. I'm like, I don't. If I needed the help, I would ask you. And it was just weird, honestly. But at the end of the day, it really does help out when you actually like seek out others, because like if you don't do that, again, you will have s thoughts. You will have these ideas of that you are less than. You will have the ideas that you don't actually belong on this earth, living and breathing like everyone else. And then it's just it's always good to actually express your feelings. It really does. And then that will actually take out the well, that will bring you out of the hole of depression. Again, I know I'm just rambling, whatever, and just like saying things, but like that would literally help you out. I mean, again, like everyone is different. Everyone has their way of coping, and everyone has their different methods of being happy. Because at the end of the day, everyone deserves to be happy. Everyone deserves to have a friend in their corner to actually help them up, and then to help them actually understand where they're coming from. I know me personally. I am still trying to figure out and trying to have friends outside of the workforce, whatever. Because I mean, as right now, all I do is just work, come home, do some videos, and then actually go back to work and everything. So I'm trying to do like different avenues of what I really want to do, or what I need to do as far as having friends outside of work. But yeah, I just want to touch on this and everything for real because like depression it has really have been like I've been like showing especially prevalent in this generation of kids and also people in general. And I mean it's a big chunk of the social media when it comes to how like a lot of the algorithm really push it out like how celebrities and then they show like hey celebrities are doing this hey so and so got like the new BBL or so and so got the new Bugatti jacket. I don't know. It just like the media is trying to picture as if like you are supposed to live this life and then the life that you are living in is the wrong way. Like but like again like everyone lives a different lifestyle. Everyone actually has their own way of being happy. And all you gotta do, man, is just find your own happiness and then just trying to understand what works for you and why you are upset, why you are always timid, why you're always upset, what makes you happy, what makes you happy. That's the message from being from actually coming out of a depression. What makes you happy? What gets Russell Brown out of bed and be happy? What makes you happy? That's the message I want to give out. What makes you happy?